If you're against animal cruelty, you already believe in being vegan. Veganism is a stance against animal cruelty. And in case you don't know, a plant-based diet, according to all the research that's been done, is the best diet for human health, even from the American Institute for Cancer Research, from the National Kidney Foundation, from the American Heart Association. A plant-based diet helps reduce the risk of all of those diseases and can even help treat any of those diseases if you have them. From the American Institute for Cancer Research, a plant-based diet not only helps reduce the risk of many forms of cancer, a plant-based diet can help fight it. From the American Heart Association, a plant-based diet not only significantly reduces the risk of heart disease, it can help reverse it. From the National Kidney Foundation, a plant-based diet not only helps reduce the risk of kidney disease. If you have kidney disease, a plant-based diet can help slow the progression. So going vegan is not only the best thing you can do for the animals, it's the best thing you can do for your own health. And it is the best thing you can do to help save the planet. After doing an extensive study of over 40,000 farms, researchers at Oxford University concluded that animal agriculture is so environmentally destructive, going vegan is the best way to save the planet. Animal agriculture is so environmentally destructive, it is the leading cause of deforestation, species extinction, water pollution, water depletion, ocean dead zones, and climate change. Now, hunting is just as cruel as going out and killing a human. It's no different. See, I'm not a speciesist. I'm not a human supremacist, so I see no difference because there is no difference. Legally, yeah, there might be a difference, but going out there and putting a bullet through the head of an animal and taking their life is just as cruel and violent as going out there and putting a bullet through a human's head. There's no difference. And before, long before I went vegan, I was always disgusted by what hunters do to animals. It really disgusts me, and I can never understand it. Like, how can somebody just go out there and kill an innocent animal? But I didn't realize at the time that what they're doing in the animal agriculture industry, yeah, it is a lot worse, because these animals are being confined in shit-filled sheds in such deplorable conditions that they have to be given antibiotics. But still, the act of killing in itself is a cruel and violent act. And if it's not necessary, so even if you did have to hunt, like you live in a remote area of the world and you don't have access to a grocery store, you don't have access to a plant nursery where you can buy edible plants to grow your own food, it's still a cruel and violent thing to kill someone. It's still a violent thing for a lion to take down a gazelle. It's still violent and cruel. But I understand in those cases, it's necessary for the survival of the lion, for the survival of tribes in remote areas of the world where they can't just go grocery shopping or, plant edible plants. For survival, it's still cruel and violent, but when it's literally for survival reasons, then there can be an argument for killing animals, but only when your life is in jeopardy. Your life is not in jeopardy. If you have access to Wi-Fi, I doubt you're living in a remote area of the world. I doubt you don't have access to a grocery store or, to a plant nursery or to be able to go online and purchase edible plants, edible seeds that you can grow your own food. When you're killing an animal just because you can, just because you get pleasure from it, sensory pleasure from it, that's not right. That's immoral. That's immoral. And it's really pathetic. And I have every right to be on this app promoting veganism, especially, when my healthcare costs, it costs me like $25,000 a year for healthcare. It's ridiculous. Just so that I can be covered. For me and my husband to be covered. The insurance is like $25,000 a year between what my employer puts into it and what I have to pay out of pocket every paycheck. It comes out to like $25,000 a fucking year. And why is it so outrageously expensive? Because people eat dead animals and the things that come out of a bird's shit-encrusted ass vagina and a cow's shit-encrusted udder. These things are not healthy. These things are making people sick. And even from the American Institute for Cancer Research, the National Kidney Foundation, the American Heart Association, they all say the same thing. The more animal products you consume, the more risk you have of those very common and very deadly diseases. People are making themselves sick by consuming these disgusting products that should be banned. Animal agriculture should be banned. And in the state of Oregon, if anybody out there is from the state of Oregon, make sure you go to Yes on IP13. Sign the petition. Make sure that gets on the ballot in November. Yeah, because they're trying to ban animal agriculture in the state of Oregon, to ban hunting, to ban fishing, and the artificial insemination process of animals. Yeah, because it's actually sexual abuse. And if you think I'm talking crazy, well, it is absolutely crazy what they're doing to those animals. It's absolutely crazy what they're doing to the animals. But it's true, and you need to know so you can stop purchasing animal products. Because you need to know they're not just killing animals. They're not just forcing animals into slaughterhouses and hacking them to pieces so you can sit down and, enjoy a few minutes of sensory pleasure. They're also sexually abusing animals. That's the first step in the process of producing just about all animal products. Just look it up. Artificial insemination of pigs, artificial insemination of cows, artificial insemination of chickens, of fish, of even bees for honey. They call it artificial insemination. It is not. It is sexual abuse. How do you think they get the semen needed to artificially inseminate the female animals, to impregnate them, to get them to reproduce so that you can eat their babies? Yeah, they have select male animals, select bulls, select pigs, select roosters, select fish, select bees that they collect semen from. They literally sexually stimulate those animals, masturbate those male animals, forcing them to ejaculate so they can steal their semen and force it into the females to force them to reproduce. Now, those animals are not trying to reproduce, and those animals are not seeking the assistance of humans. It's not artificial insemination. It's absolutely sexual assault. If somebody was to restrain a man and do the things they're doing to those male animals, forcing him to ejaculate without his consent, stealing his semen to then force it into the vagina of an unconsenting woman, to then steal her baby from her, to force that baby to live in an overcrowded, shit-filled shed for months, to then force that baby into a slaughterhouse and hack their head off and dismember them. What would you call those acts? Yeah, I doubt you would say that, oh, it's just the artificial insemination process. It's just food. No, these crimes are acts of rape, kidnapping, and mass murder. How anybody can come to the defense of this multi-billion-dollar industry that's literally destroying this planet just to sell you products that make you sick and increase your risk of being put in an early grave from cancer, especially colon cancer, breast cancer. Even my own supervisor was instructed by her doctor to not consume dairy products because she has a family history of breast cancer. And dairy, yeah, especially dairy products, increase the risk of breast cancer. And heart disease, the leading cause of death. Thousands of people are dropping dead prematurely each and every day from heart attacks and strokes. The main cause, fats and cholesterol and animal products. And animal products are very acidic, very inflammatory. These things are not even healthy. And it's pretty pathetic that people actually think they can only eat delicious foods if those foods contain the body parts of animals who were tortured for months. That the foods can only be delicious if they came out of a bird's shit-encrusted ass vagina. That the food can only be delicious if it came out of a cow's shit-encrusted udder. it's really pathetic how brainwashed the animal agriculture industry has done. I mean, they've literally, I was so brainwashed. I had been so brainwashed that when I first went vegan, I actually thought I might not be able to stick with it because at the time I had no idea whatsoever that there were any health benefits. I thought at that time when I went vegan, because I only did it for ethical reasons, because that's what veganism is. It's a stance against animal cruelty. And I came to realize that, yep, all animal products come from animal cruelty, and I had to go vegan. And when I first went vegan, I actually thought I might not be able to stick with it because I was like, if my health is going to deteriorate, like I'm going to have to go back to eating at least some animal products. But actually, when I eliminated animal products from my diet, my health significantly improved. Significantly improved. I have endometriosis and I used to be in pain 12 days out of every single month for years. And within 3 months of eliminating animal products from my diet, the pain completely went away. Now, is that just a coincidence? I think not. The fact that animal products are acidic, inflammatory, and I eliminated those inflammatory foods from my diet and the inflammation went away. Yeah, I think it had a lot to do with those disgusting products. I was eating these products that were coming from animals who were suffering, who were being put through hell, and then I was expecting to feel good. Yeah, while I was suffering 12 days out of every month for years. And had I known better, had I been taught better, I would have been vegan all along. And not only could I have spared countless animals from suffering, I could have spared myself many years of suffering as well. Yeah, it's so sad that people come out like cockroaches in the night to defend animal abuse, to come to the side of animal abusers and be like, oh, you vegans are crazy. Oh, how many animals died to keep the vegan crop safe? Hey, guess what? It's not a requirement to kill animals for crop production. No, it's not, but it is a requirement to kill animals so you can eat them. And they do kill wild animals literally by the millions each year because wild animals like wolves and cougars and bobcats and foxes and coyotes are a threat to livestock. And because animals like wild American horses and bison and elk compete with livestock for grazing land, they intentionally kill all of those animals. And in Australia, they are killing off the kangaroos by the millions each year because the kangaroos compete with livestock for grazing land. Yeah, so there's a whole massacre, not on just these animals that you're eating, but on wild animals to protect the animals that you're eating. And because, you know, those animals compete with the animals that you're eating for grazing land. For all you people, oh, but I get grass-fed cattle. You know, I eat grass-fed beef, you know, so there's nothing wrong with that. No, they're killing all the wild animals for your grass-fed beef. And it's still acidic. It's still inflammatory. It's still loaded with artery clogging fats and cholesterol. Those animals are still being forced into a slaughterhouse against their will and hacked to pieces just so you can spend a few minutes enjoying a meal that could have easily been substituted with something plant-based that's much healthier and much more environmentally sustainable. And yeah, so the reason why any crop farmers are using lethal methods of pest control is because they are not vegan. But fortunately, in case you don't know, there are veganic farmers, and there is such a thing as growing your own food. And I live in Florida, so yeah, I grow a lot of fruit trees, berry trees. I even have a macadamia nut tree. I have no pest issues at all. So I don't even have to use non-lethal deterrents, okay? Because I don't have any pest issues at all. But if I did, I would use non-lethal deterrents because I'm vegan and I respect life, okay? Unlike all these phony pro-lifers who, you know, oh, save the humans. But every time they sit down to a meal, they're eating a baby. They literally eat babies of other species. So strange. But yeah, and if you're talking about any animals that might get caught up in the harvesting equipment, Well, they did a study on that. They were tracking dozens and dozens of mice. And after they harvested the crop, only one mouse ended up dead. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but yeah, not as many animals are being killed in crop harvesting as you think. And those are accidental deaths. There's a reason why if you intentionally kill someone and you get caught, you're going to be charged with murder. But if you accidentally kill someone, you're not going to be charged with murder. It's a big difference. And any animals that are being killed in the harvesting of crops, multiply that by like 8 or 10 times more animals. It's up to like 16 times more animals if all you do is eat beef. Yeah, because a lot more plants are harvested to feed the animals that you eat. It takes up to 16 pounds of grains to produce just 1 pound of beef. It takes up to 6 pounds of grains to produce just 1 pound of poultry. So whatever animals are dying in crop production, multiply that by like at least like 8 times more animals dying because you eat animals. And those animals are being harvested, those crops are being harvested, a lot more of them are being harvested to feed the animals that you eat. Yeah, well, the more meat you eat, the more risk you have of getting cancer, especially colon cancer. Yeah, so just eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up. You think I'm going to be sad if you get colon cancer? You think I'm going to be sad if you drop dead of a heart attack? No, I think you lack critical thinking. If you're here to like defend animal cruelty, like here, this is a screenshot. This is a screenshot, and I would highly recommend people go to just Google Kinder World Calf Slaughter. Kinder World Calf Slaughter. And what this is only 2 minutes long. And then you'll understand why I'm here. Why I'm never going to shut up. Because this is fucking outrageous what they're doing to these animals. This right here is an undercover investigation of a slaughterhouse where they are slaughtering the male calves taken off their mothers off of dairy farms. Because in case you don't know, dairy cows do not automatically produce milk. They have to be pregnant in order to produce milk. So those dairy cows are forcibly impregnated. They have semen forced into their vaginas. They are sexually assaulted to get them to start lactating. When they give birth, their babies are taken from them. If they're males, they're typically sent off to veal farms, where they're raised just for a few months, like 3-4 months. And then they end up in a slaughterhouse like this, terrified. These are babies. They should be with their mothers. But dairy farmers, because they want to sell their baby food to you, they steal these babies off of their mothers and they send them to slaughter if they're boys. So people can eat artery-clogging, carcinogenic crap. It's fucking outrageous when there's plant-based alternatives to everything, especially dairy products that are so much healthier, that don't cause cancer. It's ridiculous that people are defending this atrocious behavior. This is a fucking crime. This would be a crime if the same things were being done to humans. They would be crimes of rape. They would be crimes of kidnapping. They would be crimes of theft. They would be crimes of murder if these same exact things were being done to humans that they're doing to these animals. And even for you vegetarians, they're doing the same things to the dairy cows. They're sexually violating them, stealing their babies, forcing those babies to die if they're boys, so people can put cream in their coffee, because they rather have a baby's food put in their coffee instead of getting oat milk or flax milk or chia milk or rice milk or soy milk. It's outrageous what people are doing and how they come to the defense. It's bad enough you're fucking defending this and supporting this and paying for this. But for you to come on here and literally defend this disgusting industry, this multi-billion-dollar industry that needs to be taken the fuck down It needs to be banned. And in the state of Oregon, anybody out there from the state of Oregon, yeah, they are trying to ban animal agriculture. IP 13. IP 13. They're trying to ban animal agriculture and hunting and fishing and the artificial insemination of animals because it is sexual assault. And how pathetic. Obviously, I'm against killing. I'm not a violent, cruel, selfish person that thinks it's okay to go around taking the lives of others just for my sensory pleasure. Yeah, I'm not so egotistical that I think someone should die for my taste buds. It's pretty pathetic that you think it's okay to go around killing people, killing animals. Yeah, I see no difference between killing an animal and killing a human. To me, an animal is just as sentient as a human. They are people. They have their own personalities. They're just the same, and they aren't the ones destroying this planet. Animals, non-human animals, are not the ones destroying the planet. They have every right to be here. You don't have any right to take their life. They're not the ones destroying this planet. But yet, all these people against the death penalty, even for the most heinous human beings, humans out there murdering, raping children, and they don't even get the death penalty. They don't even get the death penalty. Actually, they get their freedom back usually within a few years, if not sooner. Yeah, like in Jacksonville, Florida, a child molester rapes a child, spends 1 measly fucking year in prison, gets out. A month later, goes to a Walmart, kidnaps another kid, rapes that kid. Oh, and this time to make sure the kid doesn't, tattle on him, kills the kid. Yeah, but here we are executing 30 million innocent animals each and every day here in the United States. Executing 30 million animals each and every day who never did a fucking thing to anybody. Just so people can sit down for 10 minutes and stuff their ignorant faces with artery-clogging carcinogenic crap. Killing these innocent animals, but yet, oh, the death penalty. Oh, we need to abolish the death penalty. Yeah, we shouldn't be killing humans because even humans that are raping children and murdering people, their lives mean something. But the lives of these animals, fuck them, I'm hungry. Kill them so I could spend 10 minutes, jacking off my taste buds. It's fucked up. It's fucking disgusting. I'm ashamed to be a human.